Diddy is finally facing consequences for the multitude of terrible things he has allegedly done over the past few decades, but the question remains, which other major stars might be implicated alongside him? The recent indictment from federal authorities has made it clear that not only did Diddy allegedly commit heinous offenses, but he was not acting alone. When asked whether any additional arrests would be made in connection to this case, prosecuting attorney Damon Williams stated, "The investigation is ongoing, indicating that they are looking into both Diddy and any others believed to have committed crimes with him." This highlights the seriousness of the allegations and the potential for a wider net of accountability. It's crucial to note that the Southern District of New York is known for its selective approach to cases. If they are pursuing such serious charges against Diddy, it suggests they have a substantial amount of evidence, referred to as a dump truck full of receipts, to support their claims. This raises the stakes and leads to speculation about which celebrities might be named in the ongoing investigation. Fans and observers are left wondering who should be regarded with suspicion and what actually transpired at those infamous parties that have become the subject of so much discussion. The situation is more alarming than many might realize, and there have been clues dropped by Diddy and his associates over the years that have gone unnoticed. Today, we will dive deep into the allegations surrounding Diddy and sift through his celebrity relationships to determine who might also be at risk of indictment. Complicating matters is the fact that Diddy was well known for hosting extravagant parties, particularly his annual white parties, which were ostensibly just regular gatherings where locals could purchase tickets to attend. However, it is the after-hours, freak-off parties that have garnered attention for their allegedly nefarious activities. If you've seen our previous video detailing the mysterious deaths linked to Diddy, you know we explored a tangled web of connections and events. Each discovery led us further down the rabbit hole, revealing forgotten interviews, deleted tweets, and conspiracy theories that are now being substantiated. We have even uncovered court documents related not only to Diddy's indictment but also to past lawsuits that have been largely overlooked. Fair warning, this narrative is deeply disturbing, revealing a twisted web of abuse, blackmail, and cover-ups. After decades of operating in the shadows, it is time for these truths to come to light. To make sense of all this, we need to examine which major celebrities may be complicit in these horrendous deeds. The first thing you must understand is that Diddy is dangerous. Before his alleged crimes came to light, the public image of Diddy portrayed him as a soft, fatherly figure, dad or uncle type who took young talents like Usher and Justin Bieber under his wing and guided them to superstardom. He was depicted as a family man, often sharing anecdotes about family trips and expressing concern over his daughters' dating lives. However, it's important to recognize that this image was meticulously crafted by PR professionals, designed to distance him from his violent past. In reality, Diddy was at the center of one of the most infamous and deadly feuds in rap history. As we delve deeper into the allegations, it becomes clear that Diddy has been surrounded by a series of suspicious deaths. Many individuals who attempted to write tell-all books about him have mysteriously died or suffered severe health crises. For instance, Andre Harrell was working on a book right before his death, while Heavy D was also in the process of documenting his life before he passed away. Even Diddy's ex-wife, Kim Porter, was reportedly preparing to write a revealing book about her life with him when she tragically died at the age of 47 from pneumonia. However, some speculate that her death was not as straightforward as it seemed, with claims suggesting that symptoms like pneumonia can also be linked to poisoning. Jaguar Wright, Diddy's former assistant, has claimed that toxins were found in Kim's toxicology report, suggesting foul play. The initial coroner's report ruled her death as accidental, but the presence of toxins raised eyebrows. Jaguar has been a prominent whistleblower against Diddy, and while some of her claims may appear outlandish, ongoing police investigations have started to validate her assertions. Interestingly, Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's longtime boyfriend, was present at the scene when Kim Porter's body was discovered, adding another layer of intrigue to the situation. As we continue to unravel this complex narrative, it's essential to keep in mind the chilling atmosphere surrounding Diddy. Over the years, there have been numerous deaths and attempted murders linked to him, and if you think the theory of poisoning is far-fetched, consider that Diddy himself has reportedly become fearful of being poisoned while incarcerated. This fear underscores the pervasive sense of danger that has surrounded him and those in his orbit. Furthermore, the notorious freak-off parties that Diddy hosted have raised significant concerns. While many attendees may have been unaware of the darker activities taking place, the sheer scale of these gatherings has led to speculation about the true nature of what occurred behind closed doors. Diddy's reputation for throwing extravagant parties is well known, but it is the after-hours events that have drawn scrutiny. These parties, often described as ultra-kinky, involved activities that went far beyond typical celebrations. In March 2024, when Diddy's house was raided, stories began to emerge about these after-parties, where consenting adults engaged in sexual activities. However, new information suggests that consent was often absent, and individuals were coerced into participating in these events. Diddy himself has been quoted discussing how to throw the perfect party, emphasizing the importance of alcohol and creating an atmosphere that encourages guests to let loose. His comments about locking doors and controlling the environment raise serious concerns about the safety and autonomy of attendees. The evidence gathered during the raid revealed firearms, ammunition, and electronic devices containing recordings of these parties, further complicating the narrative surrounding Diddy. The sheer volume of personal lubricants and other supplies found at his residences indicates a level of premeditation that cannot be ignored. The shocking discovery of over 784 dildos at his Los Angeles home alone paints a disturbing picture of the activities that took place within those walls. As we explore these allegations, it is essential to consider the testimonies of those who have come forward. Victims have described being drugged and manipulated, with claims that Diddy spiked drinks at his parties. One victim, Audrea Sherry English, alleged that specific bottles of liquor were laced with narcotics, and female attendees were encouraged to consume them. Another story from Nikki Heaton recounts a chilling experience where she felt something was off about her drink at a party hosted by Diddy, leading her to suspect that she was being targeted. The indictment lays out a clear and damning picture of coercion, manipulation, and abuse, painting a portrait of a deeply disturbing pattern of behavior that spanned years. Diddy is accused of using force, intimidation, and threats to compel victims into engaging in sexual performances, often involving commercial sex workers. The allegations suggest a calculated and systematic operation designed not only to exploit and control vulnerable individuals but also to create an environment where fear and dependence kept victims trapped. According to the indictment, these acts were not isolated incidents but part of a broader pattern in which Diddy allegedly leveraged his wealth, power, and influence to silence those who might speak out against him. Victims were reportedly subjected to physical violence, emotional manipulation, and psychological coercion, making it difficult for them to break free from his control. The details are deeply disturbing, painting a picture of an individual who allegedly orchestrated scenarios where people were degraded, dehumanized, and left with lasting trauma. The extent of this alleged abuse is staggering, with multiple victims now stepping forward to share their harrowing experiences. Many describe feeling powerless, trapped in a cycle of fear, and unable to seek help due to the immense power Diddy wielded in both the entertainment industry and beyond. As more survivors come forward, the indictment sheds light on years of hidden suffering, forcing a reckoning not only with the allegations themselves but also with the broader systems that may have enabled this abuse to continue unchecked. If proven true, these claims reveal a horrifying abuse of power, one that exploited the most vulnerable for personal gratification, leaving behind a trail of trauma and devastation. As the investigation unfolds, the list of potential accomplices continues to grow. From celebrities to executives, many individuals have been named in connection with Diddy's activities. Lil Rod's lawsuit has opened the floodgates, revealing names that range from high-profile figures to industry insiders. While some individuals may have been complicit, others may have merely crossed paths with Diddy without knowledge of his darker dealings. The implications of this case extend far beyond Diddy himself. As more victims come forward and the investigation continues, the potential for a larger network of individuals involved in these heinous acts becomes increasingly likely. The chilling reality is that Diddy's influence and connections may have allowed him to operate with impunity for far too long. The public is now left to grapple with the fallout of these revelations, and as the truth emerges, it is imperative that those involved are held accountable for their actions.